losing their livestock through drought and floods, residents of Wajir North in Wajir County have opted to change their fortunes and turn to crop farming to sustain their livelihoods. Led by the area Member of Parliament, Ibrahim Saneh, the residents believe that the dry county of Wajir can feed the nation if water harvesting is given a priority. Our reporter Martin Opio has just returned from Wajir and tells us about the game changer in the county under smart farming that could see the usual drought-stricken Wajir become food sustainable.
Our journey to the farthest north of this country lands us in Wajir County. After traveling for over 13 hours non-stop, the rugged terrain of dusty roads welcomes us to Korondile in Wajir North constituency. As part of Kenya's arid and semi-arid lands, this region experiences both harsh droughts and perennial floods that ceased about a month ago. It now boasts plenty of water. Residents of Wajir County largely depend on keeping livestock for a livelihood. Termed as the worst drought in recent years, it wiped out almost all of their livestock, and those that survived were swept away by the ravaging El Nino waters.
Sisi kama wafugaji hatukufikiria kama kuna maisha ambayo imebaki wakati mifugo zimekwisha. Tulifikiri kama mifugo ikikwisha hata sisi binadamu tunakwisha.
The livestock farming has accelerated poverty in our region. And that is, even my own grandfather and all my father had a lot of stock, a lot of head of camel. But today as I speak to you, we don't have even around 20 or to 10 camels.
But all is not lost, as various stakeholders are seeking solutions in a concerted effort at ensuring that the region adopts new modalities of fighting the extreme vagaries of Mother Nature. Some residents have gone against the grain and are now practicing crop farming.
And at least having our people change their way of life from the normal or the traditional livestock rearing lifestyle to at least farming.
Ibrahim Saneh is the area Member of Parliament and is leading the pack with hundreds of acres dedicated towards maize farming at Korondile Farm.
Somebody told me it doesn't matter whether it rains in Wajir or not. After all, what matters is the rain in the United States, because that's where we're getting food, in terms of relief food. We want to say no to that. Get our dignity back.
He says that he hopes to change the region from a basket case to the country's food basket.
Ourselves can feed Rift Valley and other parts. Maize has of late refused to grow in Rift Valley. It's no longer doing well. People are going to avocado and some other things.
I'm very sure in the entire northeastern, there's no one single farm that has this type of input in form of investment.
The success of this pilot farm will hopefully convince the rest of the residents to adopt crop farming and provide employment opportunities.
Saizi hiyo ngombe hakuna, lakini yale nimebaki nayo ni shamba kama hii ambayo niko nayo. Isipokuwa sasa sina mbegu. Wakati zinakuja sasa sina pesa ya kwenda kununua. Hiyo 250 ya kununua na nini sina.
However, it's not all rosy. Like most regions in the world, this area has also been affected by climate change.
What does climate smart farming mean, or agriculture? It means disease control through routine management, not by pesticides and all those that we don't want to ingest and later give us cancers and diseases.
The lack of water during dry seasons has forced the Member of Parliament to move to the use of water bowsers to sustain the crop's growth, which is expensive to sustain. His sentiments are echoed by Abdi Mohammed, a farmer who has now transited to maize farming.
Ni si mimi peke yangu, najua hii jirani yote wanalima. Tunaongeana, tunasema wacha tujisaidie kwa mkono yetu badala ya kuomba ama kusema serikali atupatie chakula.
Niko na shamba, niko na mahindi, niko na nyanya, niko na karoti na kitunguu, kitu kama hiyo imemea.
The county government has bought into the idea and is now keen on providing water through bowsers and tractors.
After the challenge of now there are no enough water, we have also given me now water boozers. Currently, some parts of this farm is being watered using the water boozers from the county government.
Farmers can now look forward to a bountiful harvest of millet and sorghum. Honey is also on the cards as they have ventured into apiculture. What you are seeing behind me is not a wheat plantation, but rather a maize plantation found nowhere other than Wajir County, signifying a diverse shift in terms of over-dependency on pastoralism. Whereas the efforts to turn the fortunes of the region have been embraced by the wider population, challenges are still abound.
Hapa kwa ufupi tunalimanga simsim, tunalima simsim kwa kutoa mafuta, tunalima sorghum.
Despite having a milling factory a few miles away, the only factory has no electricity and therefore activities have stalled.
Shida yetu moja ni kubwa sana ni stima. Stima iko karibu hapa, transformer moja na miti mbili tu tunataka. So tunaomba serikali ya national government na county government na wale ambao wanashughulikia hii kazi tunataka isaidiwe.
Built with the aim of helping the region achieve food sustainability, it has failed to accomplish its intended purpose.
Haya tunafanya kazi yote, tunakaa tu. Kila siku tunafungwa na tunapata pepo. Hakuna kazi nyingine.
We are in the process of paying 1.5 million shillings in order to get that transformer specifically for that factory. And I will promise you that when you harvest, you will not take your maize to other places for milling. It will be done in Korondile.
Hapa tunalima kwa shida kwa sababu hatuna mbolea, hakuna fertilizer, hakuna dawa. Yani hii sisi tunajizaidia hata dawa tunanunua kwa mfuko yetu.
Carlo is not decentralized. Agriculture is devolved. Why is it that Wajir doesn't have a Carlo station? Suppose we would have had a Carlo station to give extension services to these people.
Climate change has continued to deal a blow to the region, and calls for increased coordination between the national and county government remains key, especially on the need to harvest water and turn the region into a more productive area.
A month ago, where did the water go? We would have brought down the cost of power. We would have been food secure if we would have harvested our water. So rain-fed agriculture is not the only way. Actually, these days it's not rain-fed. It is irrigation agriculture, and that is very, very positive.
Their hope is that in a month's time, the region's food security will improve. Moving from the dark days when floods and drought ravaged this particular area and wiped out livestock, the area residents are optimistic that the time is nigh for them to actually get to make a shift. And that particular shift is targeted towards crop farming. Will this be the game changer? Martin Opio, K24 TV, Wajir County.
Well, thank you, Martin Opio, for that report.